Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to this segment of Coach Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day. Our recitation today is from Gaudi Purbi Mahalla Panjwa, composition of the 5th Nanak, Guru Arjan. The recitation. Gaudi Purbi Mahalla Panjwa, Mere Man Saran Prabhu Sukh Pae, Ja din bisare pran sukh data, so din jaat ajaye. एक रैन के पाहुन तुम आए, बहु जुग आस बधाए. ग्रह मंदर संपै जो दिसै, ज्यों तरवर की छाए. तन मेरा संपै सब मेरी, भाग मिलख सब जाए. देवन हारा बिसर्यो ठाकुर, खिन में होत पराए. पहरे बागा करी स्नाना, चोआ चंदन लाए. निर्भव निरंकार नहीं चीन्या, ज्यों हस्ती ना वाए. जो होए कृपाल तां सतगुर मेलै, सब्बै सुख हर के नाए. मुक्त भया बंधन गुर खोले, जन नानक हर गुण गाए. जो होए कृपाल तां सतगुर मेलै, सब्बै सुख हर के नाए. मुक्त भया बंधन गुर खोले, जन नानक हर गुण गाए. In this passage, the Guru is talking about seeking refuge. And we shall see and try to understand what that refuge entails. The Rahau Pankti is recited as follows: Mere man Saran Prabhu Sukh Pae, Ja din bisare pran sukh data, so din jaat ajaye. Translated, my mind found contentment in the refuge of the Supreme Being. To live a day without the support and source of all comfort, Sukh-datta, is to live in vain. In other words, a day lived without the support and refuge of the Supreme Being is lived in vain. So in other words, don't waste your life away. Saran Prabhu Sukh Pae, to seek or take refuge. What does that indicate? We have an outer refuge, which could be a home. Our body is an outer refuge. Similarly, there is an inner refuge. The Guru is talking about the innermost refuge, the refuge of the Supreme Being itself. So it obviously points to a movement inwards. So in a religious sense or a spiritual sense, what the Guru is saying is that you need to turn away from the support of outer ritual and move inward into the noetic world of potential and beyond. And it is here, in that world, that the mind experiences timeless consciousness, Prabhu, which is the guiding wisdom and the source of life and all joy, Pran Sukhadatta. It is here, the Guru is telling us, when we actually seek refuge, that there arises in the mind a deep sense of contentment, as if one has arrived home. Sukh Pae. Now, we tend to think of Sukh in terms of physical pleasure and pain. And surely it does entail that. It also covers mental happiness and sorrow or emotional well-being. But when Gurmat talks about Sukh and Dukh, it is doing so at the level of existence. It's existential Dukh or Sukh. So it implies awakening. So awakening will subsume Sukh at the physical, mental, emotional levels as well. So the Guru is speaking about Sukhapana at the deepest levels of our existence. And now the Guru points to us the state of our being, how we are living life. He says, you've come to this world as an overnight guest. Ek rain ke pahun tum. Ek rain, one night. Because this life is considered to be an interregnum of the night before dawn occurs again. So you've come here as an overnight guest, but your expectation is to stay forever, or at least you fool yourself into thinking that you're going to stay here forever. Ek rain ke paun tum, aaye baho jag a-sabad-a-day. Vadiyan aasan, lambiyan. Greh mandar sampe jod dise, jyo tarvar ki chai. And then he assures us that getting wrapped up with possessions and wealth, accumulation and so on, are like mere shadows of a tree, shifting all the time and disappear. Here's a word of caution to us not to get too entangled. We don't stop just with possessions. In fact, we assert, Tanna mera, sampe sab meri. The body is mine, he says. You claim this body is mine, this wealth is mine, this house is mine. But he assures us, the Guru does, that like a shadow, they disappear. Bhag milk sab jai. Gone. When does that happen? When the link to the master is severed. All the possessions you claimed to be yours now belong to others. Devanaharo bisrya Thakur. Devanahara bisryo Thakur. When the link with the master is severed, kin mein hot parai. Kin, in an instant, in a flash, you could lose everything. And certainly, when you die, in that very instant, you have lost possession. And now he talks a little bit about religious ritual. Pehere Baga, the wearing of white clothing. Kari Isanana, ritual bathing. Choa Chandanalai, perfuming the body. All of these are rituals. Ritual bathing, immersion at pilgrimages, the wearing of white clothing to signify your sect, the wearing of perfume and chandan on the idols as well as the body. But in all of this, he says, Nirbhav Nirankar Nahi Chinya. All of this ritual cleansing that you undertook, and all of this ritual rites that you went through, are for naught really if they are not accompanied by self-realization. Nirbhav Nirankar Nahi Chinya. If you haven't realized that fearless, formless self that is the essence of your being, then all of that ritual bathing is like an elephant shower. What does he mean by an elephant shower? Now, it is known that elephants when they go to clean themselves, actually bathe in mud, or when they are cleaned with water, they always shower themselves with dust. This is a way of saying that the pretense of external ritual will not deliver to you the refuge or the shelter that you are seeking. You're seeking self-realization, for which you have to turn inward. Jo hoye kripal ta satgur mile, sabbe sukh har ke nae. In self-knowledge does all happiness lie. And that comes only if the compassionate enlightener, Satgur, bestows it upon us. Jo hoye kripal ta Satgur mile. It's the function of the Satgur. And then, and only then, says Nanak, Mukat bhaya bandhan, gur kholle. I am released from bondage when the Guru bestowed self-knowledge on me. So that's the condition. And Nanak ki har gun gaye. And now Nanak lives in Naam, cultivates divine virtues, and is illuminated in the mind by the wisdom of the Prabhu. On that note, until the next time, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.